Okay, what up, thoughts? Today, I'm gonna teach you how to change a tube on your BMX bike, or really any kind of bicycle. It's all kind of the same. As you can see, my brother's pretty pink bike has 2 flats. There he is. He doesn't know how to change a tube. We're gonna learn him how today. But first, we gotta go get tubes. Normally, I would go to Bike 505 to get the tubes, but in these trying times, known as Sunday, when the bike shop's closed, we're gonna have to go to like Walmart or Target or something. So we'll go do that. Looking at that price hurts. Okay. So the tools you'll need to perform this Herculean task is gonna be your bike with tubes that need changing, for one. You will need however many tubes you need to change the tubes. You'll need a socket in whichever size bolt your wheels come in. Usually 17, but it could be a 15, could be a 19. Hell, it might even be a 14, who knows? And then you need something to put air on your tires. That's about it. I mean, you could use tire levers, but we'll see if my hands can handle taking off the wheels. Are you gonna come be in the video? So on top of learning you guys today, I'm also gonna be learning my brother Kai, because it's his bike and you should know how to work on your own bike, kids. So step 1 is Kai's gonna tell you what his Instagram is.
Broken teeth.
I didn't even hear that.
Broken teeth on Instagram.
Well, I'll show you how to spell it. All right, step 1 is gonna be take your wheels off your bike. I'm gonna undo the front wheel, and then Kai will undo the back wheel. Here you go, Captain. The easiest way to get your chain off is to just roll your crank so that the chain comes off, and then you get it off back here. There you go, sir. What's these locks? I hate these fork locks. I mean, they're kind of a smart idea, but I hate it. All right, I guess Kai already knows how to do this. So your second step is gonna be take your tire off the rim. You might have to air it out just a little bit more. Sometimes this is kind of a pain to get it off the rim, but this one was actually really easy. If you watch any of my other videos, you'll see that sometimes I could spend quite a bit of time fighting with my rim trying to get it off. Take the old tube that's got a flat, and then if you got a flat from like a thorn or a goat head or something like that, you want to actually feel the inside of the tire. See, I can feel where that thorn is. This is if I can show you where that little thorny warny is. See, it's right there. I'm trying to take it off, but it's a little tricky. I might need to go steal me mom's tweezers. Get off you. There we go. This little prick is what caused the flat. So you want to make sure you get everything that caused the flat out of the tire so that you don't instantly ruin your new tubes. All right, I think I got everything on mine. How's yours? Be kind of careful when you're doing this so you don't stab your fingers. You just kind of want to make sure there's nothing pointy sticking out. I recommend using tire liners, but since the bike shop was closed, we couldn't get Kai any, so oh well. All right, now we get the tubes. You missed. You should get a thumbnail real quick. What is that? You showing everyone your championship belt? You guys didn't know it, Kai's the Intercontinental Champion. Okay, side mission to get the thumbnails complete. Continuing on. After you've made sure that there's nothing in the tires, you want to open up your new tube, and I like to put a little bit of air in it just so it kind of gets its shape. It makes it easier to line it up and make sure the tube doesn't get twisted in the tire so it doesn't explode. Yeah, just put like, oh sorry, put like 2 PSI in it. All right, so put the tube in the tire and then grab your front wheel. Normally, I mean, we probably shouldn't have taken like the entire tire off the wheel, but you know, it's whatever. So if your tires are directional, like how these are, the easiest way to figure out is to get your back wheel. You don't have to put your chain like on the back wheel, but just put it on the side where the sprocket is so that you know it's lined up. Usually with directional tires, if your bike's upside down, you want the direction to be pointing away from your bike. So for these, it'd be like this. So the way I like to, the like order that I like to put the tire on is I'll put half the tire on first. So just pop it on to half the wheel to where it's like that. And then find the valve, find the valve hole, then put the valve through the valve hole. Make sure it's lined up so it's not like bent. So then once you've got the valve through the valve hole, then just kind of push everything over to the side so that the tube is like sitting in the rim. Another important fact I forgot to say is check the inside of your rim too to make sure none of your spokes are sticking out. I'm pretty sure none of Kai's are, but it's another good thing to check. And then once you've got everything lined up, put the other side of the bead onto the rim. Kai's already beating me like his name is Amber Heard. Now I'll show you the best way to air up your tire. Air up your tire to like 20 PSI. You don't have to air it a whole lot, just to where it kind of takes form. But you still want it to be really squishy. This is the most exciting part, if you couldn't tell. Okay, yeah, that's about good. So take it off the pump. And now what you're gonna do is you're gonna roll it. Like hold the dropouts, and you want to push down. So the point of this is to actually line up the bead onto the tire, because a lot of times people will just throw the tire onto the rim, and they won't make sure that the bead. A lot of people will just throw their tire onto the rim and then not check to make sure that the bead is set properly, and then they get a huge bubble right here, and then the tire explodes and it traumatizes them. So I like to just air it up to where it's real soft, and then I'll roll it across the floor a little bit just to make sure that the bead gets set nice and even. That should be good. And then spin it to make sure. Yeah, see, that's like perfectly lined up. And you also want to make sure it's like even on both sides of the tire. So if like one side is barely showing this line, and then the other side has this line sticking out all far, then that's not set either. Let me get up close and show you guys. So I'm talking about the bead line right here. You want to make sure that line is even all the way around the tire, and you want to make sure that it's even on both sides too, or else it won't be properly set. So I think Kai did a pretty good job. You want to make sure that's even before you continue airing it back up to however much air you want in your tire. And then as you're airing it up to your desired PSI, I'd also make sure that the bead isn't getting offset while you do that, because that can still happen. But rolling it really does eliminate a lot of these problems, but still, you want to keep an eye on it while you're airing it up. But this one looks like it's going to be perfect. All right. Back wheel's done. Now for the front wheel, same process. So while Kai's doing his front wheel, I just want to let you guys know, if you're enjoying this video so far, and if it does help you out, I'd really appreciate it if you let me know and help support the engagement on the video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give us your thoughts and opinions, maybe share the video around, help spread the knowledge. Make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already and you enjoy the content that I put out. Yeah, just make sure you do all that stuff, or we'll come find you. We'll find you and we'll air up your tires way too much so that the next time you go ride, they explode. I'm gonna deflate this pretty much all the way and pull this wheel back so that it lines up the valve a little more. Because when the valve's offset, sometimes it can tear, and that's how you just kind of ruin a brand new tube. Yeah, not to be a huge tool, but leaving a like is what really pleases my dominatrix, known as the YouTube algorithm. Yeah, there we go. So just make sure that the valve is straight, and then that looks pretty perfect to me. All right, now to put on the front wheels, or the front wheel, and then we'll do the back wheel. There's only one front wheel, you idiot. Front wheel is a little deceiving, but it can be tricky sometimes. That's it. But Kai's bike has these weird little fork locks that stock bikes come with, so you want to make sure those are on properly, because if you don't put those on right and they're like sticking out onto the fork, they'll just bend, and that's how a lot of people end up messing up the front wheel on their stock bike. So make sure your fork locks are on properly, or take them off because they're not that important. I mean, you want it pretty tight, but you don't want it crazy tight, especially when there's these little fork locks on there, because they can bend. And now the back wheel, that intimidates a lot of people. Usually if your back wheel's good, the process I like to use to tighten it, so I'm pushing it like this, and I'm like pushing it so that the chain gets tight, and then I'm tightening it a little bit pretty loosely, and then once I know it's going to stay like that, then I'll tighten it up a little bit more, and then come over here, and then I'll go onto the drive side, and see it's tight right now, so I'll tighten up the drive side, pushing it a little bit too, so it's nice and tight. And then you can see, while it's tight, your wheel's a little offset. So then I just loosen the non-drive side, and there you go. Now your back wheel's even, and your chain's nice and tight. You don't want it to be too tight, but you don't want it to have too much slack. Well, I guess that's personal preference. Some people like Mike want it as tight as humanly possible. Yeah, so sometimes it's a little wonky, and it kind of depends on the certain wheel. But for this wheel, we push back the non-drive side, and then we tighten the drive side so that the chain was tight, and then we loosened the non-drive side to where it was even in the dropouts, and then we tightened it back up. And that, my friends, is how you change a BMX tire. Excuse me, I'm filming. I hope this helped you guys out, and if it did, make sure you leave a like one more time. The rest of this video is going to be me, Mike, AJ, and Kai going to ride something. I don't know where we're going yet, but we're going to go ride now. So enjoy the rest of the video. Oh, fuck you. Johnny does a truck right here. I have to take him to the gas station. Leave a like so he doesn't do it. Oh, yes. Victory. I hate driving to the gas station. Are you filming? What? Oh my God, it's Mike. He's not been in the videos in forever. Hello. I miss you. Hi.
My fucking grippers hurt.
You need gloves?
No.
You look like Junie Cortez from the first Spy Kids.
Well, get that reference.
Watch Spy Kids and you'll get it.
Hi, Denny.
Hey.
Hi, Denny.
Hi, what? Are you leaving?
Hi, Denny.
Oh shit, Grandma. Oh, wow. Oh shit. Oh. Yo. Yo.
I need to get this fucking shirt off. I forgot.
I forgot my role in this film. The nudist. I do that all the time.
Fuck!
Yeah.
I was like, hi, clearly with the banger.
Yeah. Oh God.
Where are you from, bro?
I'm from Mexico.
Where?
Chihuahua.
Where?
Hey, good question, Mike. I didn't know. Well, he's here. I was asking. What are you? What are you gaslighting? Fuck off.
Gaslighting isn't real. You made it up because you're fucking crazy.
Why does my knee hurt?
Because you're old. Oh, caught in 4K.
My brother in Christ. Do it, squirt.
Just like.
Trying to make like a maybe and head out.
Oh my goodness.
I feel the vibe.
Oh my God, I got scared.
I heard you. Yes, Aaron. Did you ever land that shit at Sequel? Fuck no, dude. Fuck no. You're fucking. Yes, sir.
There you go, you son of a bitch.